Morning, y'all. Randy from Grumpy Guys Outdoors. So I've got an old Kubota tractor I've had for like over 25 years, and it's always run a little hot, but it seems like lately it's heating up a little faster than it should. Of course, that may just me thinking that. When I bought it, it was a rental that they took out of service and sold, and it got hot back then. And the dealer told me that was just normal for this tractor, that don't worry about it, it wasn't going to hurt it. But it just seems to me like it's getting hotter faster. And I'm going to see if now you can get, aluminum radiators pretty cheap. I'm going to see if that'll help. And if it doesn't, then we're going to try a water pump. But I'm going to try to cool it off a little bit and see if I can be able to use it a little longer before it gets hot. So we're going to see what happens. Well, I've already got the side covers off of it, and I've drained the coolant out of it. Well, look, here's a wasp nest. Could have got stung. I guess the wasp got tired of following me around. Moved on. Anyway, so I'm up here at the country place. I do have a 1/2-inch cordless impact, but I'm just going to use hand tool. Well, that's what happens when you're using hand tools, so let's try that again. Doesn't look like it's too big of a deal to get the radiator out of this thing. There's a bolt clip underneath that. All right. Should be able to maybe just loosen that. We'll find out. Now there's some bolts on some shrouds right here. And there's a screen in front of this radiator that I have to wash it off quite often, because when you're mowing, shredding in the field, you get all kind of weeds, seeds, and all that attached to it. We have to be sure and put some anti-seize on these bolts before I put it back together. It made it a long time without getting rusted and stuck, but I like to do that when I put things back together. Oh crap. So it's out. I didn't know it's going to be that easy. Got it out. A little bitty radiator. But the bottom bolts that hold the radiator in have these little pins on them. And I think that's a great idea. It keeps the thing from vibrating out. So anyways, we got it out and we got to go get the new one. Okay, I got my new aluminum radiator, got delivered today. I got it on eBay, and it was supposed to be 2 to 4 day delivery, and it ended up taking like 7 or 8. But at least we have it. So we're gonna put it in. I'm not gonna bore y'all with videotaping putting this thing back together, because you saw me take it apart, I think. And I know people's attention span's real short, especially on YouTube videos. I think I understand why. I'm the same way. Anyways, I'm pretty sure all y'all want to know probably the results if you clicked on the thumbnail. So I'm gonna put it together and then put the coolant in it, and then I'll test it and I'll get back with you. But another thing I just thought of is, you know, when you take something apart like this and you have an open coolant system, you shouldn't leave it open like very long without, you know, taping up the openings or whatever. Because from experience, I worked in a body shop, and there was a guy working on a car one time. It was, the repairs were so extensive, he had the engine open, and while he was working on it, by the time he got it fixed, mud daubers had stopped up the cooling system. So they were fortunate that it didn't ruin the motor. They took it to the dealer, and one of the mechanics had enough snap, you know, to realize that I guess he'd seen that before. But he figured out mud daubers had gone in that engine and built a nest and clogged everything up. So anyways, let me get this thing put back together and get the coolant in it, get it started up, and I'll test it. And it may be tomorrow before I test it, but it'll be on the same video, so I don't know why I had to say that. Okay, well, I got the radiator, and it's really, I gotta be honest, it wasn't plug and play. The bottom bolts that mounted to the tractor were one size bigger, so I had to run like 20 miles this morning to get a couple of bolts that would fit. And then I had to like cut them and then drill holes for the safety pins that keep them from backing out. So, you know, that wasn't ideal, really. That wasn't what I expected. But anyways, I got it mounted in there, and I mowed, and it's 92.3 degrees right now. And anyway, it's running cooler. The temperature gauge is right in the middle now. Of course, I have the side covers off. I usually don't, but I have the side covers off, and so it's doing what I want it to do. It's running cooler. Now, to be totally honest with y'all, when I took my old radiator off, the fins needed to be washed. Now, I've been washing them on the tractor, you know, with a water hose, but I guess you have to take them out and wash them every now and then. So I'm gonna save that old radiator. Tape it up so mud daubers can't build anything in it, and just put it on a shelf and save it. I don't know how long this one will last, but I'm happy with what it's doing now. No, it wasn't plug and play, but I guess it is what it is. So anyways, if I helped anybody with this information, you know, I'm glad I could, and I appreciate anybody that watched. I know a lot of people don't watch till the end of a video, but if you did, I appreciate it. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing, you can subscribe to the channel. And we'll talk to y'all later.